If you gave Phyllis Diller a xythum, would she pluck it or strum it? When Maurice LaMarche hits the road, does he drive a turbine-charged car? We'll find out the answer to these questions and a lot more as we play television's funniest new game show, Wordplay! And here's the star of Wordplay, that man of many words, Get it here. Hello there.
Hi, gang. Welcome to Wordplay. Thank you very much. Thank you. We're just having a heck of a lot of fun around here with these three crazy people, Maurice LaMarche, Phyllis Diller, and Robert Mandan. Yes. Now, I want to talk to Maurice for a moment because I don't know. Have you done any other television game shows or?
No, this is my first.
It is.
Either as contestant or as celebrity.
Well, you're doing a good job.
Well, thank you.
And
I watch them a lot at home. I'm a real freak for information and that's.
Well, we all know you do a lot of voice work, and you're going to be Popeye not only nationally but internationally in the.
Yeah, I guess it's going to go all over the world. It's really it's big shoes to fill. Jack Mercer, who passed away a couple of years ago, was the original voice of Popeye for 55 years, and I'm only the second person to do the voice. So we're bringing back Popeye. And
who does that? You don't do olive oil too, do you?
No, but oh gosh.
Phyllis? I didn't mean to wake you up.
Off there. Short nap. It's all right.
How's everything? You
Just
feel all right
fine.
today?
Just fine.
That's good. I noticed that the blood drained out of your hair overnight. But it looks like it's going to be.
Well, I finally made it to the beauty parlor.
Well,
and they said, we do repairs, not reclamation.
And Robert, you're in fine fettle.
Yes, I am.
That's good. Now, let's go over and meet these people. Because there are two new players. Somebody ran off with a lot of money yesterday, and so that means that we have two new players, and one of them is Alice Redis. Tell us about yourself, Alice.
I was an atomic hydrogen welder during World War II.
Really?
I've been a teacher, a district counselor, a mother, a grandmother, and I love to travel.
Well, that's good. Now, Early Mueller.
Well, Tom, I've spent most of my life in entertainment banking, and I decided to take a short hiatus and do a home study on the secrets of rapid weight gain, which I successfully
There's no secret, Early.
discovered.
Okay. Welcome to both of you. How do we play? Oh, yeah, we use 9 words playing this game. They're all to be found in Webster's Third New International Dictionary. And today's words are complacent, xythum, turbid, supercilious, jaculent, noology, adust, gregarious, and hox. And we'll be finding out the definitions of 6 of those words. And then whoever's ahead at the end of that will have a chance at our double definition round, which today is worth $5,000. And one more thing, one of these words is a bonus word which can win for one of our players a trip to Bermuda. Let's to our home audience today's bonus word. And having done that, we ask Alice for the first pick of the word.
I'd like to try turbid.
Turbid, you've got it. Robert, tell her about it.
Turbid means excessive punishment.
Thank you, Bob.
Well, I wanted to let the weight of that sort of settle.
Oh, yes, thank you.
The early 12th century, a Persian sultan, that was a Selim I, if you'll remember from your history books, had his personal doctor put to death simply because the doctor had advised the sultan to stop drinking coffee. And as he was led to the gallows, the doctor cried out, you see, it makes you edgy. Punishment.
Excessive punishment. All right, Phyllis, turbid?
Okay, turbid means muddy. Now, when a young boy plays in the mud, it's childish. When a grown woman plays in the mud, it's rejuvenation. When 2 grown women play in the mud, it's $5 and a 2-drink minimum at Bob's Fantasy Palace. Muddy.
There you go. Maurice.
Well, turbid is riding gear. Now, I have a neighbor who plays a lot of polo, and this is true, he actually wears pantyhose under his riding pants, which keeps him from getting chafed. This isn't so bad, except that he makes the horse wear a leather teddy. So, turbid is riding gear.
You see, there you go.
Live in a weird neighborhood.
All right, Alice, turbid is the word. Does it mean excessive punishment? Does it mean muddy? Or does it mean riding gear? What do you think?
Well, Phyllis has my favorite hairdo. I know she must be right.
All right. Is turbid muddy and muddy turbid? Is that right? It is right, Alice. You got it. And behind turbid, you see it is worth $25. And that goes in your scoreboard. And we now go over to Early.
Complacent, please.
Complacent, upper left-hand corner. You've got it. Phyllis, tell her about it.
Complacent means willing to please. I understand that some of the airlines have begun offering a complacent class. Now, in complacent, the service is so attentive that the stewardess actually introduces you to her. She introduces herself to you, you know what I mean, before she disappears.
Oh, I agree.
Willing to please, that's
Willing?
complacent.
Maurice.
All right. Complacent means inventive. Now, I gave my youngest brother Jason a chemistry set for his birthday. And now he spends hours in the basement inventing grotesque, unnatural creations. Why, just last week, he made bacon bits. Inventive.
Inventive. Roll back.
A complacent is an outer yard. This is usually found in prisons where the convicts go to smoke cigarettes, exercise, or laugh about the good old days on Wall Street.
Yes. Outer yard. There you go. All right, Early. Complacent is the word. What do you think here? Do you think it's outer yard? Or do you think complacent means willing to please? Or do you think complacent is inventive?
Phyllis and willing to please, please.
Phyllis, is that the right definition? Yes, it is. And you got it there, Early. And behind it is $75, and that goes in your scoreboard. 75 for Early and 25 for Alice. And that takes care of round one. We'll raise the dollar amount and try our best to give away that trip to Bermuda in round two right after this. Round two, we've raised the dollar amount up there. Got a trip to Bermuda. And lots of fun's going on. We continue now with Alice. Which word would you like next, Alice?
I would like supercilious.
Oh, right at the top, huh? Supercilious. Interesting word, huh, Maurice?
Yeah, you know, it is, Tom. It's a very interesting word, and it means arrogant. Like, for instance, the arrogant panhandler that Johnny Carson ran into the other day. He said, "Mister, can you spare $7.50 for a cup of coffee?" And I said, "$7.50 for a cup of coffee? That's ridiculous." Panhandler said, "Just give me a yes or no. Don't tell me how to run my business."
Yes.
Arrogant.
Very good. Very good, Maurice. Bob?
Supercilious means feeble. And when I was in high school, I played on a really supercilious football team. Not only did we not make the playoffs, but our quarterback was voted Mr. Congeniality. That's a little limp on the passes there.
Yeah. Little limp on the passes, I say. Phyllis?
Supercilious means gaudy. Fang's clothing is supercilious. Just yesterday, I said to him, "Speak up, I can't hear you over your shirt." Gaudy.
Over your what? Shirt.
Shirt.
Oh, all right.
Shirt.
I see. I couldn't hear you. All right, Alice. Supercilious. Does it mean feeble? Does it mean gaudy? Or does it mean arrogant?
I like Maurice's answer.
You
I
do?
think I'll go with him.
You think it's arrogant, huh? Arrogant for supercilious. Is that right, Maurice? Yes, it is. There you go. Alice, you get that word, and behind it you see it is worth $150. Add that to your score for a total of $175. Over to you, Early.
Gregarious, please.
All right, gregarious, unconnected, I note. And Robert Mandan, how about this word, gregarious?
Gregarious means professional in manner. A professional robber enters a bank, takes the money, and runs. An amateur takes the money and opens an account.
Oh, yeah.
No. Professional in manner.
Professional in manner. Phyllis?
Gregarious means living in groups. Now, rabbits are gregarious. As a matter of fact, they can multiply like crazy. It's their spelling that's keeping them out of the best college. They can't get into a decent college. Living in groups.
Keeping out of the better college. All right, Maurice.
Well, gregarious means demonstrating strength, like at this carnival, where eight strong men tore telephone books in half. Now, a lot of people wondered what became of those 8 books. They turned up in 16 payphones across the city. Demonstrating strength.
All right, Early, here we go with gregarious, and it's one of these. Is it professional in manner? Is it living in groups, or is it demonstrating strength?
I think demonstrating strength with
You
Maurice.
do. Demonstrating strength for gregarious. Is that right? No, it isn't. So, Alice, what does gregarious mean? Does it mean professional in manner or living in groups?
You know, I still like Phyllis's hairdo.
You do. Living
Yes,
in groups,
yes.
huh? Is that it? Living in groups. Gregarious. Yes, it is. And behind gregarious, you get $100 added to your score for a grand total of $275. Yes, indeed. $275 for Alice, $75 for Early. Game isn't over with yet, though. We got 2 more words coming up in round 3, and you don't want to miss it right after this. I just said that we're going into our 3rd round, and the game is never over till we get to that final word, because once again, see, in the 3rd round, we've raised the dollar amounts once again, and I have to tell you, the Bermuda trip is still up there. Now, there are only 5 words: Zytham, Jacqueline, Noology, Adust, and Hawks. And so I hope one of these ladies wins that trip to Bermuda. We'll soon find out, won't we, Alice?
I guess so.
All right, what word would you like next?
Noology.
Noology. I don't hear any sound effects, so that's not the trip. And it is, however, connected to $100. So if you get this right, you'll get the money behind Noology as well as $100. Phyllis, Noology, please.
Well, it's a strange thing. Noology is the study of holiday traditions. One of the most common holiday traditions is gift giving. Now, I knew a guy who used to steal from department stores to get presents for his friends. In fact, he wrote on his calendar, only 45 shoplifting days till Christmas.
Yes, right.
The study of holiday traditions.
Noology, Maurice.
Well, noology is the study of the mind, like psychiatry. One hospital, in fact, was so short on doctors that psychiatrists had to fill in. Now, I went there once with a broken leg, and the shrink showed me my x-ray, and he said, "What does this mean to you?" He showed me my x-ray, and it's the study of the mind.
I see. Okay. Robert?
Actually, noology is the study of workaholics. My grandfather was a workaholic. He single-handedly ran a huge company. But his wife, my grandmother, complained that he couldn't separate his family from business. So he finally solved his problem. He gave her 2 weeks' notice.
There you go. See? Study of workaholics. Answer everything. Alice? Noology. Interesting word. May I ask, have you heard of that word before today?
No.
Oh, as in noology.
As in noology.
All right. Let's find out what it means. Study of workaholics, study of holiday traditions, or study of the mind. Which study?
Well, I'll try holiday traditions.
Study of holiday traditions, 24 shoplifting days till Christmas. Is that right for noology? It isn't. Early. Does it mean study of workaholics or of the mind?
Let's go with
coin?
workaholics.
Huh? What's
Study
that?
of workaholics,
Study of
Bob.
workaholics. Is that right for noology? No. Well, I wonder what it could be. It must be study of the mind.
I win.
You win, yeah. That results in a block up there on the board, and we go over to Early for the 6th and final word. Early, let me remind you of something. You have $75. Alice has $275. Which word would you like?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, connected to $2 amounts up there. Today's bonus word was Hawks. But Jacqueline is the word that we are investigating at the moment. Maurice, tell her about it.
Well, a jack-o'-lantern is a puppet, like Lamb Chop, Sherry Lewis's puppet. Although, let's face it, Lamb Chop is not really a puppet. Lamb Chop is a sock. Actually, you know, this is true. Sherry just headlined in Vegas, and they insisted that she spice up her act, so she went out and got a pair of fishnet stockings for her hand. Unfortunately, she had to cancel at the last minute because her co-star got a run in her face.
Oh, got a run in her face.
Jacqueline is a puppet.
That's a goodie. Robert?
A jack-o'-lantern is a tombstone. I recently visited Arlington National Cemetery, and I came across a tombstone that read, "Here lies a politician and an honest man." And I thought, hey, imagine that, burying two people in one grave.
Yeah.
That's a tombstone.
Yeah. All right, Phyllis.
Okay, a jack-o'-lantern is a lookout. In a herd of zebras, there's always one lookout, a jack-o'-lantern, who watches out for leopards. Now, it's not that zebras are frightened of leopards. They're just very fashion conscious, and they're so afraid of clashing. A lookout.
All right. Now, early, there is enough money in the connections up there to make you our winner. The word is jack-o'-lantern, and one of these is the right definition. Is it a tombstone, or is it a lookout, or is it a puppet?
Let's go with a lookout.
All right.
Phyllis.
If you are right, well, we'll find out about the money amounts, won't we? So, you say a lookout, huh? Is that right?
I hope so.
That is not right, and that means that you're in the lead, Alice. You're our champ, right there. Now, I tell you what. All right, audience. People in our live audience, this is your chance to play our game now. With applause alone, how many of you think jack-o'-lantern means a tombstone? Yeah. All right. How many of you think jack-o'-lantern is a puppet? Oh, is that right? It is right, and you're right. Very good. We have to say goodbye to Early Mueller, but we have nice gifts for her backstage, and we thank you for playing our game.
Thank you.
Early.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wonderful contestants, coordinators, Donna and Sam. They've been great.
Yes, they are terrific. Thank you for saying that. Alice, come on over here. Alice Reddish, she's from San Diego, California. Watch your step there. We got a couple of steps to go there, Alice. Our ex-atomic hydrogen welder, I tell you, you've had a sparkling career. You were a teacher and traveler. You've done a lot of things, huh?
Yes.
Well, in a moment, you're going to have a chance at $5,000, and I think you can do it, too.
Oh.
We'll see how well you do right after this. Step on down there. You're going to do just fine, Alice. Ex-teachers and ex-teachers do very well. Alice, you all set to go here?
Yes.
All right, now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go from the left side of that board to the right side of the board by connecting boxes in 45 seconds or less. You ready to do it?
Yes.
Just put 45 seconds on the clock. And we'll start that clock with your first pick.
13.
Not to go, telegram pause word.
Stop. 14.
Q-tip cleaner, mop the deck.
Swab.
Yeah.
15.
Brightest planet, Roman love goddess.
Venus.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Very fundamental, a computer language.
Basic. 17.
Attend to church's leader.
Deacon. C2. 11.
Hey, you want
10,
pass?
excuse
You want
me.
pass?
Pass.
Uh-huh.
10.
10. Foot covering 50s hop.
Shoes. 11. Shoe.
Foot covering 50s.
Shoe. Sock. Sock.
Yeah.
11.
Okay. Army food hall, disorderly condition.
Mess.
And?
12.
You got all the way up to number 12 and ran out of time. I think it was number 17 that done you in. We'll talk about that as soon as we come back. Number 17 was a killer. It was a killer. But that's all right. You did a good job. You did fine. It's the one where you didn't have time to solve it. Use with others in single stock unit. Single stock unit is a share. Share.
Oh,
yeah, now here's the one, though,
share.
where you spent a lot of time. Number 17, attend to and church's leader.
Minister.
Yes, that's it. Minister, yeah. But anyway, in the game, you got $275. In this round, $600 for a total of $875. And we want... Of course it is. And now, I'll tell you what's even greater. You can come back the next day. You want to come back tomorrow?
I'd love to.
And when you do that, you'll be coming for not $5, but $7,500. Alice and I are going to be here, and we're going to look for you. See you then. Bye-bye.
Being the rakish